Arizona, a poem by Coty Schwabe. The heat of it, the soul of it, the enemy of water and life of it, depiction of drought and the final resting place of things that come to die, and El Sol, turn bleach white, out in the once flowing riverbeds, and behind the decrepit limbs of old gnarled yucca trees. Sunsets and sunrises, and everything in between, orange and yellow and red and purple, always beautiful sunsets, even amidst the smog. Born and raised here, born here to die here, to become the dust which I breathe. Born of dust, return to dust, all is dust, always, even the sky is dust. But the tough live on, through the heat strokes and the exhaustion and the dehydration. They brave the sun, the heat, the UV light, and all that acrid dryness. Hot, but not humid, as they say. Shade and AC, tinting and fans can only do so much to mitigate the damage, to delay the decay. All crumbles and burns and fades and melts and dies in the sun, eventually. The sun gives light, takes life, and always wins in the end. Here before, hereafter, and always warmest on the dust. Beauty in this brutal fire-prone state, much to burn, much has burned. Where have the forests gone? Were there forests to begin with? Yes, long ago. Much is gone, but more remains, life to see before it's all gone, deteriorated either by time or man or environment. Saguaros stand proud, like soldiers at attention. Agave prickle up through the dust, like sabers' blades. Cholla bushes wither into tumbleweeds. Weeping willows and acacia and yucca give shade and life, a small reprieve against the sun until they are no more. The Grand Canyon, the greatest hole on land, miles long, the beauty is in the absence of earth, breathtaking lacuna of God, layers of rock sandwiched in time, limestone and sandstone and Vishnu, canals at the base, streams of life, soon to dry up then dust over. For now, living waters for coyotes and mules and the things that reside down there. Home to culture, home to history of whites and blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, lost beautiful souls searching for hope in the old days, but dying in them and better off for it, braving the landscape without modern convenience, on foot, horse, or wagon, a deep appreciation for what came from the earth to the last days, to outlive the elements, not to be ordered online and brought to our doorstep. The days of cowboys and cattle wrangling and thieves, of railroad runners and mine workers, of sheriffs and deputies, of miners on their way to California to strike it rich. The Native Americans that lived on this land long before the richness of their spirit and their admiration for everything under the sun and the sun itself and all seen, unseen to the naked eye. The African Americans that came here, forced and by choice, that only wanted the same opportunity to have what everyone else had. In the olden days, things handled outside, on the hinge of a single bullet, life in the balance of one swift motion, judgment in the shape of a Colt or Smith & Wesson. Cowboys dueled in front of saloons and alleyways and thoroughfares. Remember Tombstone? I'll be your huckleberry. Pistols at the hip, the sweat on the brow, the stillness, the breath, the reach. Sun rises, sun sets, lives taken, lives given, lives created. Life moves on, with the sun as its measure to mark the days, desolate and glamorous all the same, as tiny numbers in little boxes to look back on and plan the future accordingly as if it made a difference. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, all the same as the sun rotates the earth, again and again and again, until the Lord says otherwise. Older than the planets and the moons and the stars, and all other things within the breadth of it, all rise from the dust and return to the dust at the preordained time of God.